What are you, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
I am Baymax, your personal Blu-ray assistant.
Personal Blu-ray assistant? Why would I need one of those?
According to my scan, you are showing symptoms of questionable personal hygiene, decreasing productiveness, and an irregular calorie intake. Diagnosis: laziness.
I could have told you that. But what does that have to do with Blu-rays?
Your lack of productiveness would explain your decreasing amount of video reviews. I'm here to assist you with this.
Why didn't you just say you wanted me to review Big Hero 6?
That would have made my cameo pointless.
True, but it would have saved us money on the budget.
Oh no.
With his beaver cap and his checkered tie, let's see what he has to say. What's he got for us this time? They're probably Blu-rays.
Aficionados Chris.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Aficionados Chris.
It's a common measure.
Aficionados
Shine the lights, shoot the camera, smile for the world in panoramas. He likes to impersonate walk on.
Hey everybody, Aficionados Chris here. Today I'm going to be tackling what is right now my most requested review that I do on this channel, and well, I completely understand why so many people have wanted me to talk about this particular movie. It actually won the Best Animated Feature at the Oscars this year. Many fans have asked about my thoughts on the movie, whether or not I've seen it. So yes, I completely understand this review is long overdue, and well, I've been looking forward to reviewing it for a lot of you guys as well, so let's not hesitate or delay it any further. We are going to be talking about Disney and Marvel's animated feature, Big Hero 6. I actually intended to review this film long ago. In fact, I actually went out and saw it in theaters a long time ago, back when I think about the first or second week that it was in theaters. I thought it was a very good film, but I just never got the time to just sit down and write a review about it, so I apologize to a lot of people who might have been looking forward to that review or were expecting it while it was still relevant, I guess you could say. So, sorry if I'm a little late to the party, but here it is now. Big Hero 6, the Blu-ray review the whole film in general, so I hope it was worth the wait, everybody, and I hope you enjoy it. Many longtime viewers will tell you that I have made it very clear that I'm not a big comic book person, not because I don't like comic books, but I just don't read a lot of them. I find it very difficult to really get into them because I never know where to start. So I knew very little about Big Hero 6, in fact, very similarly to Guardians of the Galaxy, that I knew close to nothing about this particular team, but funny enough, just like Guardians of the Galaxy, I can easily say Big Hero 6, much like that film, has become one of my new favorites in the Marvel realm, because this is obviously not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe being animated and all, but it's definitely, if I could cheat a little, it is one of my favorite Marvel movies, probably right under Guardians if I really were to think about it. And it's amazing, really, because they're just fantastic movies, and they couldn't be more different. This one's obviously geared more towards children, whereas Guardians of the Galaxy is a little more for the mature crowd. But what I've come to understand is that this film is very loosely based on the Big Hero 6 team in the Marvel Comics, because they've made a lot of changes to the characters, whether it be the ethnicity of the characters or even just the design of the Baymax character, because from pictures I've seen and from friends of mine who've told me about it, Baymax looks absolutely nothing like how he's portrayed here. But I kind of understand why they went with this route, because well, I'll actually put a picture right here of reference of what the original comic book Baymax looks like. Yeah, not so huggable, really. They clearly wanted to go for a character who was far more, you know, simple, marketable, likable, huggable, all those sort of things. And, well, I mean, come on, who can't love this character? Baymax is a great character, and he's just so cute and funny. He has some of the best moments of the entire film, but surprisingly, he's not my favorite character. In fact, that's one of my biggest things about the movie, is that, you know, a lot of films you can say you have a definitive favorite character, but much like Guardians, I don't have a favorite character, because I thought all the characters were very well developed and they were all enjoyable and fun to watch. You know, get into their situations, they all had great character development. They were just a blast to watch these characters, you know, become the superhero team in this film, and I really loved all of them individually. But if I had to pick a favorite, it's probably a toss-up between either Baymax or Fredzilla, I guess I should say. Those two are great, but you know what, TJ Miller's just a funny guy, and I could watch him in basically anything. I love him in Gravity Falls, I love him on Silicon Valley, and of course, I love him in this. In case you're not picking up on this, yes, I think Big Hero 6 is a very good animated movie. I loved it very much. A very good friend of mine, Romero Movie News, who's a big comic book fan, has actually favorably compared it to Frozen, basically saying it's the gender bent or male equivalent to Frozen, where I can see the similarities, especially with some of the plot points, which I won't spoil for a lot of people who've probably not seen this movie yet, but there are a lot of similarities, whereas Frozen focuses on, a sister relationship. This one focuses on a brother relationship, so there's a lot of similarities in that regard. It's very different from Frozen, is that the mood and tone, and well, this one obviously, unlike Frozen, is built more towards action scenes like that, so obviously, that's one big difference right there. But I think just like Frozen is that both genders could really enjoy this movie because there's a lot of characters, especially a lot of strong female characters. And I will get slightly controversial, is that a lot of people probably say, do I think it's as good as Frozen? Do I think it deserved the best animated feature win that it got the Oscars? I'm indecisive in that because even though there were other nominees that I hate to say I still have not seen, I have not seen Song of the Sea, and I'm gonna get killed for saying this, but yes, I have to date still not seen How to Train Your Dragon 2, at least as this video is seen to the public. I have not seen How to Train Your Dragon 2 yet, but I'm getting on that, and maybe I'll do a review for that eventually. And yes, I am one of the many that believes that the Lego Movie deserved to be nominated, and if it was, it definitely deserved the win. And that's not to put down Big Hero 6, because Big Hero 6 is a really good movie. It's a fantastic, fun little action thrill ride with a lot of great characters and a lot of great development of those characters. So it's a quality film, but I'd have to see the other movies to really get a full idea as to whether or not I think it deserved the best animated feature win. But I still really enjoyed the movie, and it definitely deserves a lot of the recognition it's getting because, well, it's basically the first Marvel theatrical animated film, especially under the Disney label. So considering how well this did, who knows? Obviously there's probably going to be a sequel to this. I mean, they're working on Frozen 2. I don't see why they wouldn't start work on Big Hero 6 too. Well, they'll probably have to come up with a subtitle for that one. That's really all I have to say about the movie itself, so let's talk about the Blu-ray. I mean, this is a new film, high def and all, and it's a Disney release, so if you've been watching the channel long enough, you should know, looks fantastic. This is the pinnacle of a film that must be owned on Blu-ray. I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed that, like Frozen, it doesn't have a 3D release because this was released in 3D, and no, I didn't see it in 3D, and I'm not really, too keen on buying things in 3D. I own very few 3D movies because, well, I don't have a 3D TV, nor a player that supports that format, but I know a lot of people would like to have that option. I completely get that, but hey, if you're into importing, the UK versions of this film, just like Frozen, have region-free 3D Blu-rays that you can purchase if it really irks you that bad. This is the kind of film you pop in when you want to test out your brand new TV, your calibration, of course, your brand new surround sound speakers. This being an animated film and an action animated film takes full advantage of the surround sound system. This is the perfect kind of film that must be owned on Blu-ray. And like any good release, it does have tons of extras. Now, a lot of people who probably saw this in theaters will know that there was actually a short film that preceded this, which was called Feast. That is, of course, included on this release, which is a very cute, I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was a very cute and enjoyable little short. I mean, it's no Paperman, but, who could compete with that these days? We also have some featurettes, including the origin story of Big Hero 6, Hero's Journey. We also have the featurette Big Animator 6, the characters behind the characters, and one of my favorite featurettes, which is the deleted scenes, which include some alternate openings, one of which I actually thought would have made the film a little stronger, because there are some pet peeves of mine that are in this movie that I was able to gloss over for the overall quality of the film, because I understood the reasons for it. They even have like intros during these deleted scenes explaining why they changed it or why they cut it, and they're completely understandable. But I really thought one of the openings that they did, to not really spoil too much, but it kind of delves a little more into Hero's life as a younger child. I thought that would have done better to develop those characters just a little more, because I thought they jumped a little too quickly, but considering the type of film it was, that made perfect sense in context. But there's a little part of me that's very interested in, what the film would have been like if they actually kept that opening in. So yeah, tons of extras, great picture and audio quality, and a really awesome kids movie that both kids and adults can enjoy. I'm sure a lot of comic book fans will enjoy this too. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot out there that are kind of peeved that they made a lot of changes to what might be a favorite comic book series of theirs, and I totally get that. I completely understand why you'd have issues with that. I mean, I had issues with Mr. Peabody and Sherman with very similar reasons with all the changes they made, but to each his own. I enjoyed it very much. Can't say for sure right now whether or not I still think it's a best animated film worthy movie, but I still really enjoyed this movie, had tons of fun. I do look forward to checking it out multiple times. I actually haven't shown this film to my family yet, and well, I think they're going to be in for a real treat. It's a fun movie for the entire family, adults alike. Can't get enough of it. If you haven't seen Big Hero 6, highly recommend you check it out. If you have youngsters around, they're definitely going to love it, and you're going to enjoy watching it with them. That's all I have to say about Big Hero 6 on Blu-ray. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please have a wonderful day. Goodbye.